matchup between the visiting Rockets of Castle Rock High School and your Fort Vancouver Trappers. At this time, we're going to give you the offensive starters for the visitors from Castle Rock. Starting on the offensive line, a senior, number 59, Noah Schulke. Also on the offensive line, a junior, number 60, Roman Alcaraz. On the offensive line, a senior, number 62, Isaac Corey. Also on the offensive line, a junior, number 64, Owen Keatley. Also on the offensive line, a junior, number 54, Quentin Wimpress. At tight end, the senior, number 80, Landon Fulton. Also at tight end, senior, number 81, Jacob LeFavor. At wide receiver, a junior, number 12, Aiden Mead. Also at wide receiver, a junior, number 11, Thatcher Heller. Rounding out the wide receivers, a senior, number 8, Owen Langdon. And under center for the Rockets, a senior, number 2, Trevor Rogan. The Rockets are coached by Cody Warner. And now, the defensive starters for your Fort Vancouver Trappers. At cornerback, a senior, number 5, Matthew DeJesus. At free safety, a senior, number 6, Shane Quarles. At cornerback, a sophomore, number 12, Javier Bunnell. At cornerback, a senior, number 14, Aiden Hyde. At linebacker, a junior, number 18, Logan DeWest. At defensive end, a senior, number 20, Dennis Zayat. At linebacker, a sophomore, number 22, Roman Paez. At strong safety, a junior, number 33, R.J. Antonio. At linebacker, a senior, number 44, Dylan Duenas. At defensive tackle, a senior, number 54, Kevin Jackson. And rounding out the defense, a linebacker, senior, number 62, Drelix Antonio. The Trappers are coached by William Ephraim. Just a reminder, fans, as we get set for kickoff, the concession stands are open there behind the north end zone.
Hello and welcome to the second game of the doubleheader where we are at Kiggins Bowl. I'm Noah Roper.
And I'm Jonathan Oxford.
Tonight we have a 1-0 Trico matchup between the visiting Castle Rock Rockets and the home Fort Vancouver Trappers. And it's not just any night for Fort Vancouver Trappers, it is senior night. And we just want to take a couple minutes to recognize the seniors for their hard work for this hard-fighting Fort Vancouver team. Number 77, Angel Perez. Number 54, Kevin Jackson. Number 14, Aiden Hyde. Number 3, Caleb Hyde. Number 2, Kohler Green. Number 25, Nick Freeman. Number 67, Reyes Aristio. Number 71, Max Scooter. Number 5, Matthew DeJesus. Number 6, Shane Cortez. Number 64, Francisco Valencia. Number 44, Dylan Duenas. Number 62, Drelix Antonio. Number 74, NJ Churro. Number 50, Miles Evanson. And lastly, number 20, Dennis Zayat.
Yeah, you know, I know some of these seniors personally, and they definitely are hard workers. But let's see if that can help them out on the field today.
As the Star Spangled Banner was performed by the Fort Vancouver High School Band. Let's talk about both teams for a second. Castle Rock coming in 4-2 on the year, 2-2 in the 1A Trico League play, and Fort Vancouver coming in 0-6 and then 0-4 in league play.
Well, let's see if Trappers can get a win tonight to give them something decent here. So hopefully their hard work and ethic out there gets them done, right?
Yes, let's talk about Dennis Zayas for a second. He does pretty much anything. He's a running back, he's a defensive end, and he's also their punter and kicker. As we are about to have coin toss here, captains for the Fort Vancouver Trappers is number 3, Caleb Hyde. Number 20, Dennis Zayas. Number 44, Dylan Duenas. And number 62, Micah Feely. Correction, number 62's Drelix Antonio. As the coin is up. As Fort Vancouver elects to defer. As Castle Rock will receive the first half kickoff. As Fort Vancouver deferred the coin toss as they want the ball in the second half to start. We are just about moments away from kickoff. Let's see if Fort Vancouver's defense can start off strong.
They're going to need it tonight because Castle Rock's going to be a tough opponent for them.
Fort Vancouver is at White Salmon next week, looking for a win this week to give them more energy and get them more excited for that win and potential win next week. I'm looking forward for that game to see the outcome of that.
What do you think is going to be the biggest key for tonight for either team to win? What do you think is going to push them to it?
I think Dennis Zayat's got to be top of his game tonight, and I think Castle Rock, if they want a chance to win, they got to have their offense be good, as Dennis Zayats will be the kicker, kicking off. And then Trevor Rogan will be the return for Castle Rock.
It's like Dennis was trying to hype his team up there, so they're all good to go for tonight.
The team captain that he is. Dennis Zayat getting ready for the kick. The whistle blows. And we are underway at Kiggins Bowl as Rogan collects the kick at the 10-yard line to the 20. He will to the 30, 35, and will go out of bounds about the 37-yard line. So a decent return to sort off the game for Trevor Rogan.
Looks like Aiden Hyde was the one forcing him towards that out-of-bounds side there.
As Castle Rock looking to start their offensive drive at the Fort Vancouver 37-yard line. 1st and 10. As it looks like Trevor Rogan is also their quarterback. As a whistle blows before the snap, as they will redo the snap.
Signaled against the Trappers, so that'll move the ball up 5 yards and give the Rockets a first down and
A false start by Fort Vancouver.
That's definitely not how they're looking to start the night.
Now it'll be 1st and 5. Rogan under center. Hands it off. He breaks 3 tackles and will go down for a gain of 2. Number 81, Jacob Lafever.
And he picks up about a yard with a 43. And that'll set up 2nd and 4 now for
Lafever a little slow to get up. 2nd and 4. Rogan back in the pocket. As another false start by the Trappers. Their defensive line is jumping a little.
They are definitely excited for tonight because they're seniors. They're definitely looking to try and get something out of their seniors for them tonight to end off the season for them, but they got to be able to control that energy.
All right, an automatic first down for the Castle Rock Rockets at the 48-yard line. Rogan back to pass, throws it up. Lafever with the catch. He will get tackled down.
It looks like Fort's number 18 managed to get that tackle.
Number 18, Logan Dewis, the middle linebacker. Lafever gains 2. Rogan back in the pocket. Snaps the ball. Quick throw to number 8. Owen Langdon. Langdon breaks free. Dragged down at the 31 by number 6, Shane Corlez, senior, the free safety.
Looks like Fort's defensive line there is starting to control that jumpy energy. They're going to need it for tonight.
Need to be focused in on the game and be able to watch that ball without jumping over. Costed them 10 yards so far.
They're definitely going to need to stop this play here as soon as it starts.
Logan Orth in the backfield. It'll be a pitch to him. Orth. Gain of about 10, maybe 9. It'll be 2nd and 1, 2nd and 2.
Fort's number 20 appeared to be the one to stop him.
Number 20, Dennis Zayat.
It's our wonderful Dennis.
Dennis, also the goalkeeper for the boys soccer team. As we can see, number 3, Caleb Hyde, who looks to be the quarterback for tonight's matchup for the Trappers. 9 minutes to go here left in the first. Rogan, ready to snap. In motion, fakes the handoff. Rogan keeps it himself to the 20, 15, dragged down at the 10.
That's definitely something Castle Rock was looking to get past our defense over here, Fort. But Fort's looking to stop them as soon as they can.
Fort needs to watch that QB run. Rogan can really run that ball.
I think Fort just needs to be a little bit more attentive on who they're going against. That's for sure.
Potentially put a QB spy out there to maintain that run. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. Rogan getting ready to snap with Orth in the backfield. Rogan snaps it, back to pass, throws a little high for number 8, Owen Langdon. It'll be incomplete, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Fort trying to put as much pressure on that QB for Castle Rock so we can get them through here and try and get past that defense to get a sack in there.
Fort right now trying to hold them to a field goal. 2nd and 10. Rogan gives the play. Rogan will be alone in the backfield. Wide Orth goes back. Hand off to Orth. Orth gains. Orth into the touchdown. End zone touchdown. 12-yard run for Wyatt Orth to give the Castle Rock a 6-0 lead.
That's definitely not how Fort wants to start tonight, especially not while they have their seniors here. They're going to want to try and stop this as much as they can.
The extra point attempt. Cannot quite see a number. The holder will be Trevor Rogan, though. The snap, the hold, the kick. It is good.
Looks like that kicker was number 40 for the Castle Rock Rockets.
Number 40. Let's see what Fort Vancouver's offense can come up with. Number 44 looks to be in the backfield to receive this kick. Number 44 is Dylan Duenas. Also in the backfield is number 14, Eden Hyde.
It's impressive to see some of the Fort spirit out here tonight, as well as we have our multi-sport athletes just showing off that while they can be athletic, it doesn't have to just be set into one sport.
Number 9, John Soden will do the kickoff for Castle Rock. With 8:19 left to go, the kick is on the ground. And number 6, Shane Corlez, lays on it, and it'll be Fort Vancouver's ball at about the 33-34 yard line. And here comes Fort Vancouver's offense. Let's see if they can get off to a hot start and match Castle Rock's touchdown with a touchdown of their own.
Looks like one of Fort's seniors, Caleb Hyde, will be the QB for tonight.
Caleb Hyde alone in the backfield, potentially a QB run of his own. And it will be. Caleb will keep it. Goes to the outside, gets tripped up. Loses 3 on the play. Trevor Rogan with the tackle. Man, that Trevor Rogan is very athletic.
I think he's going to be a name mentioned a lot tonight.
Yes, he will. Let's see what play call Fort Vancouver can come up with. Zayats looks to be lined up as a wide receiver. He's going to switch sides. As official stop play, as number 12, Javier Bunnell has to run off the field real quick. And number 5, Matthew De Jesus will come into the game for him. Looks to be an equipment issue. Jesus lined up on that far side now. Hyde, back to pass, quick throw to Zayats.
You know, it takes a lot to muscle down Dennis there tonight.
Correction, it was Logan Dewis with the catch. 7 minutes to go here left in the first. 3rd and 10. Zayats lined up in the backfield. Hyde snaps it. Pitch to Dennis. Dennis will gain about 3 on the play. It'll bring up 4th and 7. And here comes the punt team.
It appears I wasn't wrong either way. Dennis is still going to take a lot to muscle down. It looked like it took about 2 or 3 guys there to get him down onto the ground today.
Alrighty, number 8, Owen Langdon will receive the punt for Castle Rock, and Dennis Zayats will punt for Fort Vancouver. Fort Vancouver's offense comes off to a slow start. Let's see if they can pick things up as the game progresses. Let's see if their defense can get a stop as well.
Let's see if their defense can decide to be better tonight. It's all going to be about that attitude and effort for their game tonight in order to win this.
6 minutes remaining. Zayats snap. The punt and the whistle is blown. Delay a game on the four Vancouver Trappers. Their third flag of the night. They need to control this flag and really watch that clock for their clock management. 6:07 left to go in the first.
I think something's not helping with that flag situation is the effect of it. Because it's senior night, they're going to be a little bit more energetic. They're going to be a little bit more nervous because they're trying to get their seniors their win.
As Chasten Hyde runs off the field. It'll be 4th and 12. Zayats back to punt. Langdon to receive. The snap. Zayats punt. Go to about the 40-yard line. As he is met at the line by number 12. Javier Bunnell.
Looks like also Miles Everson got a piece of him there too.
Really nice. Really got down there quick. If they got there a second sooner, we could have seen a turnover. Rockets will take over at the 40-yard line.
Let's see if Fort Vancouver's defense can get a definite stop tonight. We would love for that to happen for them.
As we can see them meet him at the line right there.
And it appears Miles was actually the one to get that final throw down.
Alrighty, Rogan back to pass. He's looking for someone in the pocket. Throws a deep ball, 80 wide open, but he overthrows Landon Fulton. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the 40. He got wide open there. Burned through the Fort Vancouver's safeties and linebackers.
Looks like Fort's going to have to definitely keep an eye out on that number 80 because he seems to be the main guy that we're going for tonight.
Rogan just barely overthrows him. That's got to hurt right there, trying to take that early 14-0 lead. Let's see if Rogan can make up for it here. Rogan snaps it. Oh, he fumbles it. It's on the ground. Who's got it? And number 3, Wide Orth dives on it last second, but number 44, Dylan Duenas was right there, almost got a piece of that ball and could have had a turnover instead of Ford in Castle Rock's territory. But Castle Rock maintains possession, and it'll be 3rd and 17.
From my end, it definitely looked like Dylan had it first, but then again, it's all on the refs. They have to make the calls that they see fit. Especially in that case, it's a bit of a tougher one to call because it looks so close to where you could have given it to either or.
Alrighty, Rogan. Let's see if Rogan can do. See that safety for Fort on that. Oh, we will have a flag. Delay a game on Castle Rock. Both teams having a little clock management issues early on in this one. They might both be nervous. So now with it being 3rd and 17, it is now 3rd and 22. I got to see Fort get a stop here and get that punt so they can get set up nicely.
Fort's definitely got to be happy about them being moved forward in their defense because that's definitely going to help them out because then they can possibly stop the guy earlier before he gets further down the field.
As it looks like Rogan will be lined up alone in the backfield.
Ooh.
Rogan trying to escape the pocket, throws it, as it's incomplete as number 11, Thatcher Heller tries to hang on, but it is incomplete, overthrown by a little, and it is now 4th and 22. As it looks like the punt team is coming out, and we will see Fort Vancouver get set up nicely. Looks like number 12, Javier Bunnell, receives the punt.
Correct me if I'm wrong there, but it looks like Rogan kind of lost his footing a little bit while he was trying to get out of there to get that throw out.
Yeah, that pocket collapsed really quickly. Let's see what Bunnell can do. It's kicked. Bunnell, it'll bounce. and it'll continue rolling to about the 27-yard line, and that is where Fort Vancouver's offense will start. 4:12 left to go in this one. It is Castle Rock 7, Fort Vancouver 0.
Let's see if Fort's offense can look a little better than they did in that last time they were out. Let's see if those nerves have kind of settled down a bit.
Let's see what Caleb Hyde and the Fort Vancouver offense. It might be another design to run for Caleb Hyde. They're in that same exact position. It's not going to be. It's going to be handed off to Dylan. Dylan Duenas gains about 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Definitely shows that being athletic does help, but it also is definitely a mind game, seeing if you can trick your opponents into going the other way while you go through the way you want.
Caleb Hyde still alone in the backfield. They're in the same positioning as they were in the last play. The Fort special right here. Hyde, ready. Snaps it. He'll run it himself, as he will gain about 2. Caleb Hyde, a 2-yard run. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Looks like Castle Rock's behind there in the backfield with number 9, John Soden, sitting back there for him.
John Soden, the free safety for Castle Rock. Dylan Zayat joins Caleb Hyde in the backfield. They're going to run him. Hyde, Dylan with the block. Hyde can't find anywhere to go. He will lose a yard. It'll be 4th and 4. What do they do?
If you're Fort, I almost say throw it, but I don't know how their throw game has been this season.
And here comes the punt team. They elect a punt. They do not want to give Castle Rock the ball in their territory. They are going to put their trust in their defense to get the stop. Looks like Owen Langdon will return the kick for the Castle Rock Rockets. Dylan Zayat will be the one punting for Fort Vancouver.
Certainly not a bad option for Fort. It's always a good one to make sure you can go on that safe end and not give the ball to your opponents on your end of the field.
Zayat's the kick all the way to the 35, 25, and he's brought down by number 50, Miles Evanson, the 2nd consecutive punt. He gets there first, and they will be thrown down at the 22-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 with 2:35 to go in the first.
Number 12 also did assist in that one there.
Number 12, Javier Bunnell. As it'll be a run. He breaks free. Number 22. Dionisio Guzman Cruz.
Looks like he was stopped just right there at the end by Shane Cortez, one of our seniors tonight, number 6.
As another run play. He will gain about 4. 3.5. 1:56 left to go. Dionisio runs off the field. Gave him 2 strong runs. Going to get that break in. Rogan giving his team his play. 2nd and 5. The snap, it was dropped. Number 8, still going, still on his feet, breaks the tackle. Owen Langdon, 40, 30, 25, 20, thrown down by number 5.
That would be number 6, Shane Cortez, who brought him down once again.
Shane Cortez and Matthew DeJesus with the tackle. but a massive run by Owen Langdon.
Ball at the Fort Vancouver 18-yard line.
As they line up and hand it to 81 by the looks of it, but
No,
it wasn't
Rogan
quite
keeps
there.
it.
Dragged down by Kiggins. Kiggins sacks him for a 1-yard loss. And that'll set up 2nd and 11 for the Rockets.
See if Castle Rock tries to do the same play there.
Second and 11. Rogan back in the pocket. Rogan rolls to his right. Oh, he was off read with his wide receiver. Third and 11. The chants from the Trapper crowd is getting to their head. Rogan was offline with that throw. Let's see what defense they can bring with 11 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Fort's really going to need that stop here with that last 11 seconds, and they're going to need to drain that time so then Castle Rock can't get the field goal.
Rogan back to throw. Rolls to his right. Throws, and it is caught. Number 81, Jacob Lafever, as it will be placed. Never mind,
Looks like
the
it
refs
was ruled incomplete.
saying it was incomplete, and that brings up 4th and 11. Do they punt? Do they kick a field goal, or do they go for it? I think they're going to bring in their field goal kicker here, number 12, Aiden Mead, but we'll see here in a second what they line up to do. 4.3 on the clock here.
It almost looks like they're actually lining up to go for it.
They're going to go for it. They're saying all or nothing right now. Trappers defense needs to be on cue here. Rogan back to pass. Throws. It's a little too high for number 12, Aiden Mead. And with .9 left in the first quarter, Trappers will get the ball back on their own 19-yard line.
Man, Castle Rock was really hungry for that 14-0 lead in the first quarter.
I would have taken the field goal personally. Go up 10-0 at the end of the first. Seems like Castle Rock's coach is a little aggressive, which I like that. So nothing wrong with the aggressive coach. As Caleb Hyde.
Those Hyde brothers are definitely difficult to tell apart. They are rather similar looking.
Caleb Hyde back to pass, hands off to Dylan. Dylan's met at the line and beyond. Gets dropped at the 10 by number 44.
Fort definitely didn't want to see that taken back a little bit there as we go into the second quarter. It's not going to be very good for them. It's going to be see if they can pull through.
2nd and 18 when we come back after the first quarter. As of right now, Castle Rock 7, Trapper 0. Castle Rock score from wide Ort's 12-yard rush to make it 7-0. Tight game right now. Castle Rock, let's see if they can push through and make a break for it. As we are hearing some fantastic tunes from the Fort Vancouver High School Band.
I'm not sure if you can hear it, but during each play, we actually are hearing a lot of wonderful crowd support for the home team of the Fort Vancouver Trappers. We are hearing them do a whole bunch of chants with the cheerleaders, as well as a lot of cheering for their favorite players.
As it is Fort Vancouver's last home game, showing that support while it can. Alrighty, 2nd and 18. Quick throw is incomplete to number 14 for Aiden Hyde, his brother. Off cue. It'll be 3rd and 18.
I know after the last game of the season, all the non-seniors are going to be really sad to say goodbye to their seniors after they spent the entire season and possibly more working with them and building such a good friendship. Hopefully they keep those after the season, but we never know.
Aiden Hyde alone in the backfield, but Dylan Duenas joins him. Aiden's going to pass it. Quick throw to Dylan. As Dylan fumbles the football, it's picked up by Castle Rock by number 3, Wyatt Orth, and a fumble recovery. And Castle Rock takes a 13-0 lead just like that. A 6-yard fumble recovery from Wyatt Orth, and he has both the scores for this game.
That's definitely something Fort didn't want to happen right there. As you can see, it looks like it got just barely knocked out there by number 11.
Thatcher Heller with the knockout. Pending the extra point, looks like number 40 will be the kicker.
Something I'm definitely noticing, even though it's only just the 2nd quarter, is that Castle Rock has a lot of beneficial teamwork.
As the kick is up, and it is good. 14-0. Dylan Duenas, he's got to keep his head up after that. He can't let that get to his head.
It's definitely going to bring some morale down, but let's see how Fort reacts to it and see if they can possibly regain their confidence.
Fort's not out of this yet, as it is 14-0.
Still have plenty of time to turn this around.
You got practically 3 whole quarters. Has 11 seconds. That just came off from the 2nd quarter.
Let's see if they can. I think Fort's just got to definitely nail down that last bit of teamwork that they need, and then they got it drilled in, and they will be all right there.
Dylan Duenas and Javier Bunnell back to receive the kick. The kick will be by number 9, John Soden. He's ready. See if he does a little on-the-ground kick like he did last time. It is. Number 6, Shane Corlez will pick it up, and he will go to the 46.5-yard line. And that is where Fort Vancouver will start their offense.
Definitely looking like they're going to start in a good position for the Fort's offense. Let's see if they can get it past that 50-yard line and possibly even into that end zone.
Dennis Zayat joins Caleb Hyde in the backfield.
Dennis is certainly a tough man to take down. It would definitely be beneficial if they used him more.
Dennis goes wide. He's ready for that pass, but it's knocked down by number 22, Dominico Guzman Cruz. What a defensive play by him. He's everywhere. He's on offense. He's on defense.
It's definitely nice to have that jack of all trades on your team where you can play him in both offense and defense and know that either way he will perform the way you need him to.
I mean, you got to think he's lucky that he did not get both hands on that ball. If he got both hands, that would have been gone for a touchdown.
Yeah, Fort's definitely lucky that didn't happen.
But what a read. Hyde back to pass, throws up, and it's picked off.
Hyde got knocked
Speak of
down.
the devil, Thatcher Heller to the 32. Oh, man.
Looks like Caleb Hyde was just trying to get it out of his hands before he got sacked for that yardage loss, and he wasn't wanting that to happen, that's for sure.
The throw was targeted to Shane Corliss Sr., but it was not connected. And let's see what Castle Rock's offense can do. Up 14-0. It has not felt like only 31 seconds have come off the clock since we started the second quarter. There has been like 5, 6 plays.
It's definitely the benefits of some hyperactive teams.
Rogan back to pass. Quick throw. As it
That
is
is
dropped by number 81, Jacob Lefevre. Rogan giving them the play call. 2nd and 10 at the 32.
Fort needs to keep them there until they can, or even push them back until they get the ball back so they can try and get it back into that end zone to try and bring the points up on their end.
Rogan, ready. He snaps it. Rogan escapes the pocket, fakes the throw. He will run to the 24-yard line.
Number 33, RJ Antonio, was trying to slide in there to try and get a sack out from under his legs. Wasn't quite working for him, though.
As it'll be 3rd and 1. If I was Ford, what would you do? I'd stack the box. Send in a blitz.
If I was Ford, I would try and force an opening for Dennis Zayats to get back there and get a sack. That's for sure, because he's going to be the big muscle in that back end.
You can see Zayats in that middle linebacker position. He's moving onto the line. He's ready to blitz. As Fort Vancouver went early, and another false start on Fort Vancouver. The 4th flag of the game for them.
Looks like this time it was Braden Tomlinson who got a little jumpy there.
As a 5-yard penalty will move the chains. Castle Rock, 1st down at the 18-yard line of the Trappers.
Fort
Rogan
definitely needs to stop them now.
hands it off to Lefevre. Lefevre to the 9, gain of 9, 2nd and 1. 11 minutes to go here in the second. It's going to be a long game. As Lefevre goes off the field. Rogan will be accompanied in the backfield by number 3, Wyatt Orth. Orth had the 12-yard rush touchdown earlier. It's handed off to Orth. Orth to the 1.
Breaks through and is stopped by
it
no
is
other
a
than Shane
touchdown.
Cortez. Oh,
Wyatt Orth, a 9-yard rushing touchdown. I thought he was short.
He had to have just barely got that in there. Maybe with his leg, he got just over it as he was going down from Shane Cortez.
Now look at that. Wyatt Orth with all 3 scores. He is controlling both the offensive side and the defensive.
Man, we were thinking Rogan was going to be the big one tonight.
I mean, you got to think Rogan's also having a really great game so far. Really getting him down that field. 40's kick is up, and it is good. 21-0. See if Fort can respond. 10:25 left to go in the second.
It's definitely going to be interesting to see who receives this time. Are they going to have their same person receive every time, or are they going to possibly switch it up a little to try and get a different mix in there?
It's a great question.
So I will say I'm noticing some of the JV players tonight down there on that sideline trying to help out the seniors by being here as support, but maybe we throw some of them guys in and see how it goes.
It looks like Dylan Duenas and Javier Bono will both be back. That will be Dylan Duenas and number 14, Aiden Hyde. As Soden's kick, he's ready. And he will kick it. A line drive picked up. Oh, it fell. Number 18, Logan Dewis falls on it, the junior.
I will say Castle Rock's kicker is really good at forcing it where he wants it to go, so they have the best benefit and the best chance of stopping it right there as they get it.
They will have the ball at the 35-yard line with 10:25 left to go in the second quarter. Zaitz in the backfield with Hyde. Hyde ready. He snaps it, and another flag. Who's it on this time? False start on the offense for Vancouver's 5th flag of the game. It'll now be 1st and 15 from the 30-yard line.
Fort's nerves apparently have not settled down throughout the night, and they really need it to settle.
As it looks like Fort Vancouver is calling a timeout, trying to calm their team down. First timeout from Fort Vancouver in the first half with 10:23 left to go in the first half.
Come on down, get yourself something to eat or drink. All proceeds go to benefit the Fort Vancouver High School Booster Club.
What do you think the coach is saying to his team right now?
He's probably telling them to settle down. It's all right. It's a game, but while we get it is senior night, we got to keep those nerves under control, and we got to try and get something going. I will say, if you're a longtime Fort fan, you'll probably recognize the ginger in that pile there. That would be Caleb Svikovic, a former senior who is a wonderful player and definitely a key component in these past few seasons for him.
As coming out of the timeout, we're ready for some more football. Hyde snaps it. Quick throw as it is immediately tackled. Number 12, Javier Bunnell with the completion. However, they lose about 4 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 19 from the 26-yard line of Fort Vancouver.
Castle Rock's athletes are definitely great at breaking through defense. Fort's defense needs to definitely step it up and definitely play at the varsity level.
Zaitz in the backfield.
As we see, a flag was thrown over on that far end.
Oh, wow. Lined up in the neutral zone on the Castle Rock Rockets. So that'll move the thing up. That'll move it up 5 yards, and it'll now be 3rd and 14 with 9:44 left to go in the first half. As it looks like Fort's switching sides here.
It's definitely helpful for Fort.
Hyde's ready to snap. As it looks like Castle Rock sending a blitz. Hyde escapes the pocket. Still running on his feet to the 35. He will gain about 4 on the play.
It's definitely something they were looking to gain, hopefully for a little more. But, hey, they will take what they can get, especially seeing as Hyde was trying to get out of there quick and couldn't see anybody open.
Third and 10. Hyde back to pass, sends up a ball, a prayer. What a pick by number 9, John Soden. Soden still going. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. What a pick 6. What a catch.
Looks like Dylan Zaitz was right there, almost had him, but he just couldn't quite get the speed there to get him down.
As it is. Wow, look at this.
It almost looks like Hyde just kind of threw a Hail Mary there as he kind of turned his head.
49-yard interception return for a touchdown. What a block by number 8, Owen Longden. As it is now 27-0 pending the extra point.
Number 70 coming off of the field. That would be our wonderful... Oh, it appears we don't have him on here. It's all right.
The kick is up. And it is good. 28-0. Two costly turnovers for scores from the Trappers. Castle Rock's defense being the better of themselves right now.
Definitely seems like Castle Rock has some very good athletes on their team. They're going to be definitely a menace in the next few games they have.
Fort Vancouver crowd keeping a positive energy through this, as Hyde and Duenas will still be in the backfield to receive the kick.
Looks like one of the coaches are talking to a couple of players on the sideline, maybe going to give them some advice on how to calm their teammates down.
The kick. Oh, wow, that was close. Number 22 dives on it.
That kickoff going to be taken in by number 22, Roman Paez. And he gives the Trappers good field position once again. First and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Roman Paez was probably hoping to get a couple more yards than just diving on it, but it appears with how the ball bounced, he wasn't quite able to.
Castle Rock has 2 games left in their season. They play Kingsway next Friday, and then the following Friday, November 1st, they play Kalama. As Hyde, he's still on his feet. He loses the football, but the football goes out of bounds. Number 5.
Matthew DeJesus had that one.
Gain of 3. He was not down. They thought he was, but what a run by Matthew DeJesus.
It almost looks like he was pretty much carried by one of his defenders there, as his feet were kind of off the ground for a second.
Hyde, back to pass. Hands off to Dylan Duenas. Dylan Zayat, no.
That would be Dennis Zayats who got it over there for him.
Dennis Zayat, gain of about 3, so it is now 3rd and 3. Here's the question. If you do not gain the first down, do you go for it?
I mean, given how Fort's offense is right now, I almost would say no and just punt it over.
As they will hand it off to Dylan. Dylan leans forward. We'll get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th and 3.
Dylan getting in that ref's face for a minute there.
As what are they going to do here? Looks like they're going to go for it. Wow, what a call.
Dylan needs to settle those nerves down because that ref can easily just toss him out of here and he wouldn't have anything to do about it.
Hyde, ready. Let's see what they can bring on this 4th and 3. They snap it. They send a blitz. Oh my God, where's the O-line? Hyde still going, and he throws another interception to number 8, Owen Langdon.
Looks like Dylan was trying to drag that person down, but it doesn't appear to be the one who got it. It appears to be actually Aiden Hyde who is the one who got that tackle off.
The 4th turnover on the Trappers. Pass to Owen Langdon. He will gain about 3.
The Trappers definitely need to keep them back as far as they can, because as we've seen tonight, the Castle Rock has wonderful athletes that can get it just down that field really quick.
Some developing news we can see right now. Dennis Zayats on the sideline getting checked out by the athletic trainer. Looks like his ankle got injured, so he's out of game right now. So they have number 50 at middle linebacker, Miles Evanson.
Looks like she is currently taping his ankle. Hopefully we will see him return.
Number 22, Dionisio Guzman Cruz, gain of about 3 more, so it is now 3rd and 1. They got to get a stop here. Dennis getting back onto his feet.
Appears to be walking okay and getting some water now to settle himself out.
Number 67, Aristio Reyes comes into the game. Rogan back to snap. They send a blitz. Hand off to number 2, Dionisio Guzman Cruz, as Cruz is still on his feet and will go down about the 26-yard line.
Looks like Miles Evanson was the first one to make contact there.
As it'll be 1st and 10. Aristio Reyes comes out of the game. Rogan hands off to Orth. Orth is dragged down at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10.
No gain on 1st down, brings up 2nd and 10.
Dylan Zayat's returning into the game. Or not Dylan, sorry, Dennis returning back. With number 77 coming out. Should be Angel Perez.
Rogan keeps it himself. He will continue and gain the 1st down. Will step out around the 17-yard line.
Fort needs to find a solution to him because he's clearly just going right past him. It's almost as if they're just planted feet out there.
Orth switches sides. Hands it off on the jet sweep. Number 11, Thatcher Heller. Gain of about 3, so it'll be 2nd and 7.
Looks like that was Matthew DeJesus, as well as number 33, RJ Antonio, that took him out there.
Rogan and Orth in the backfield. Hand off to Orth. Orth still going. Orth still on his feet. Still on his feet as he will be down at the 1. Oh my, I thought Orth was about to have his 4th touchdown of the night right now.
He's definitely an athlete. He drug 4 of the defenders with him and only got down at the 1.
They're going hurry up offense here. Rogan fakes. Little high of a snap, but Orth goes into the end zone. It is now 34-0. Wyatt Orth with a 1-yard carry.
It's his 4th one of the night. He's definitely something that the Fort Trappers have to stop as soon as they can.
3 rushing, 1 fumble recovery. The kick is up, and it is good. 35-0.
I wonder if some of the coaches have talked how they're going to stop this Wyatt Orth from the other team to see if they can get anything done and see if they can prevent more scoring from happening. 35-0 with 3 minutes and 36 seconds left to go in that second quarter.
As we are just 5 points away from a running clock situation. Let's see what kicker John Soden does this time. Will he go right? Will he go left? We'll see.
Could just be me, but it looks like somebody is finally getting some field time as Kohler Green is now on the field.
A little chip shot. It was Aiden Hyde will pick it up, and he'll get stopped at the 42-yard line. 41. Aiden Hyde has some fierce intensity in him.
They need to settle themselves down there, though, because it looks like Aiden almost was telling off one of his teammates who was saying something to him. Looks like the trusty duo of Caleb and Dennis are in the back end.
Dennis goes to the line.
Out onto the field comes Dylan Duenas and number 33, RJ Antonio.
Hyde. Back to pass. Oh, my. As it is incomplete.
Looks like number 64 for Castle Rock just went right through number 5. That would be Owen Keatley just going right past Matthew DeJesus.
Fort's line let like 3 Castle Rock players just straight through them.
I mean, it kind of helps when you have one guy just blow right past and go straight through everybody. It's definitely something Fort needs to try and prevent from happening consistently. It's like Dennis and Caleb are in the back yet again.
Hyde snaps and hands off to Dennis. Dennis, gain of about none.
Looks like he gained possibly maybe 1 yard.
Will still be 3rd and 10. 3 minutes to go here left in the first half.
He looked like he might have got his head just barely closer to that other yard, but it didn't quite go for him.
Hyde, ready to snap. Snaps it, looks to throw. Has an incomplete pass.
To his
14,
brother.
Aiden Hyde was turned away. Was not expecting the ball. 4th and 10, and here comes the punt team with 2:38 left to play.
One thing I'm noticing about Fort's lineup is it's a lot of siblings. So I wonder if there's a little bit of sibling rivalry in there about being on the varsity and where you're at.
Science, the punt. As he runs into the punter. As he calls a fair catch. But if I'm not mistaken, that flag is a 10-yard penalty, and Fort might maintain the ball.
It's like Dennis kind of messing around there, faking a little bit of an injury to see if he can get the call out.
Roughing the kicker. 15-yard penalty, and Trapper's offense stays on the field.
Alrighty, that's definitely something Fort was wanting. Thankfully, Dennis is such a good player and so built that he can take that hit and not have to worry about it.
Not what Castle Rock wanted, but let's see if Trappers can score late in the first half. Try and go into the locker room with some energy. Hyde. Back to pass. The throw. Off target to his brother Aiden Hyde again. They do not have a connection, I think.
It almost looks like he was aiming for Castle Rock's own Aiden Mead, number 12.
I think
So
he
it
got
went
confused
right
with
over
the
his
wrong
head.
Aiden. Second and 10. 2:16 left to play here in the first half. Let's see what Fort Vancouver can come up with. Aiden. Back to pass.
Ooh.
Throws.
Looks like a defender got through there. He was trying to get it out.
Another interception by number 9, John Soden. The fifth turnover of tonight's matchup as Fort Vancouver cannot get their offense rolling.
Looks like Caleb there was kind of walking off a bit mad, and I wouldn't blame him after what of the night he's had. I wouldn't blame him. He needs to try and settle it down.
It'll be 1st and 10 for Castle Rock at Castle Rock's own 38-yard line with 2:05 left to play here. Let's see if Castle Rock can score one more touchdown before the break.
See if Fort can keep him in their place.
As
number 33, RJ Antonio, is the one who got the tackle there.
Owen Langdon gains of about half a yard. Rogan joined in the backfield. Rogan back to pass. Rolls out to his right. Directing traffic. He will continue running. Rogan to the 47, 48-yard line, and that'll be a first down for Castle Rock with the 1:34 left to play.
Looks like he was being forced off the field there into the out of bounds area by Roman Paez.
There is a flag on the field. Late hit, maybe?
Could be that Roman Paez almost slid right into those players that aren't playing right now. The current line back there.
Let's see what. An illegal block. Holding against the Castle Rock Rockets, so that'll push them back 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 38.
I almost could have seen them going for a unnecessary roughness on number 8 as that push into 22 for Fort.
Rogan rolls out to his left. Throws as is an incomplete pass to number 8, Owen Langdon. Second and 10 with 1:29 left to play in the first half. Zayats comes back into the game for the Trappers as number 50, Miles Evanson, comes off.
Seems like those two have been trading playing time all night. I don't think once we've seen them both on the field at the same time.
Rogan alone in the backfield. Steps up, will run it himself as he will slide as Dennis Zayats with the late hit. I don't know why he would do that. Another penalty on the Trappers, 6th of the night.
It almost looks like Dennis kind of committed to going for it as he slid. Maybe trying to get some of that pent-up anger at the refs out.
As it will be a 15-yard penalty. And now the Castle Rock Rockets are in Trapper territory for what seems to be the 6th time tonight. First and 10 from the Trapper 43. Rogan joined in the backfield. Fakes the handoff to number 8, Owen Langdon. Rolls to his right. The throw is on target to the 20-yard line, maybe the 15, as another penalty flag comes out. We will wait for that call. Number 80, Landon Fulton with the reception
Looks like number 14 for Fort, Aiden Hyde, was the one who ended up getting that hit off into the out end there.
As they're having a conference with the referees, as they will be waving the flag off, so there will be no flag.
And so the result of the play is a first down for the Rockets.
First down for the Rockets at the 17-yard line of the Trappers.
You know, it does got to make you wonder, what were they going to end up trying to call there?
Well, we may never know. Rogan back to pass. Throws. Complete to the 2. Number 12, Aiden Mead. That won't be a touchdown quite yet. 57 seconds and counting to go here.
Let's see if Fort can get it back a little bit. So they have a little bit more wiggle room to work with.
50 seconds to play here. Time ticking down. Rogan joined in the backfield by Owen Langdon. Rogan, the snap is high.
That's definitely something Fort was looking for. It gives them some
2,
space to work with.
Rogan lands on it. 32 seconds, and then they finally get a timeout called. So with 32 seconds left, the ball will be placed at the 19-yard line. As the change crew is taking a break.
See that Castle Rock coach there trying to give him a little bit of advice on how to get through this. Makes me kind of wish we had a direct line into what the coaches were saying so we could hear and relay it back to you all.
So it'll be third and goal from the 19 with 32.5 seconds left. Let's see what the Castle Rock Rockets can get done here. As it is snapped. Rogan, the pass. It's a little too far in front for Wiley Bohr.
Looks like that snap still was even just little bit high as he almost caught it right by his face.
28.3 to go. It is third down. Let's see what Castle Rock can get done. Rogan joined by Langdon in the backfield. Rogan, the throw is a little too high again. This time for number 8, Owen Langdon. He jumps over the fence. As it'll be fourth down, and let's see what Castle Rock elects to do with 23.7 seconds left to play in the first half.
I almost say if you're Castle Rock, you try and seal the deal and go for it.
As it looks like they will. Interesting call. Just going to send everyone to the end zone. See what they can do. A mini Hail Mary. Rogan. Back to pass. They send in a blitz. Pocket collapsing. Throws. Incomplete to number 80, Landon Fulton. As for Vancouver with 18.5 seconds left to get the ball back at their own 19. But a flag comes onto the field. Hold on 1 second. Taunting on the offense. So that'll move the ball up, I think, 10 yards. Might be 5, might be 15. I don't know. And then it, what's it called? It'll still be for Vancouver Bowl. It'll be a 15-yard penalty. So now for Vancouver gets it on their own 34. 66 yards to the end zone. Let's see what they can do with 18.5 seconds and 2 of their timeouts.
It's definitely something Fort was wanting to see. Maybe not the part of the flag for why it was called, but definitely the added yards into how they start this would definitely be helpful for them.
Hyde hands it off to Dennis. Dennis breaks free. Dennis hurls a man to the 50 as there is a flag down. Another one. Oh my gosh, Dennis Zayats with the hurdle.
Looks like he tried to jump over the tackle.
So Zayats picks up 16 yards on the run. And we'll wait to see the penalty here.
Officials are concurring.
Dennis seemed to be a little sad about the call as we saw him kind of put his arms up a little bit as he was walking back.
As it looks like it'll be against Fort. Personal foul roughness on Fort Vancouver. It'll be a... It'll be a 15-yard penalty.
Definitely not something the Fort was looking for today.
12.6 to go here, and I'm pretty sure on the whistle the clock will run, so they gotta snap it. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7 seconds. Hyde
goes looking
throws
for a
up
good
a
one.
Ball as it's knocked down by number 9, John Soden, with 2.1 to go here. I would just assume they kneel it. Just take this game into halftime.
Let's see if Fort can have a better halftime event than the Castle Rock Rockets. Definitely hope to see some better plays out of Fort in the second half.
As that is the end of the first half, Castle Rock Rockets have a commanding 35-0 lead over the Fort Vancouver Trappers, thanks to Wyatt Orth. 4 touchdowns. He has a 12-yard rushing touchdown, a 6-yard fumble return, a 9-yard rushing touchdown, and a 1-yard rushing touchdown. But don't forget about John Soden's 49-yard pick six. What a catch by him for that one. I think that's play of the half. Just my personal opinion.
Honestly, I'd have to agree with you. That was really good play and really good work there. Definitely out of those athletes. They need to show their athleticism, especially on a night like this.
Well, we have a 15-minute halftime. We will be back. Go grab drinks, popcorn, or something. We will be back. I'm Noah Roper. We'll see you shortly.
And I'm Jonathan Oxford, and we'll see you when we get back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank you once again for coming out tonight to support all of our Trapper athletes. At halftime, we would like to recognize our senior cheerleaders on this year's cheerleading squad. Our first senior cheerleader is Amy Bowie. Amy is one of the main base cheerleaders. She is also involved with the Asian Student Union at Fort Vancouver, and she's been a member of Trapper Athletics for the last 3 years. Amy's favorite quote, "I don't stop when I'm tired, I stop when I'm done," by Marilyn Monroe. Amy's favorite memory of Trapper Athletics was getting stuck in an elevator at cheer camp without any of our phones and with everyone stressed out and crying. Even though it was kind of scary, it built a better bond between all of us. When not cheering for the Trappers, you can find Amy at work or at home in bed. Some of her favorite snacks are Dot's Original Pretzels, and her favorite fast food is Panda Express or McDonald's. The message that she would leave for the underclassmen: always respect the ones older than you and always be yourself no matter what. If you're thinking about joining a school sport, absolutely do it. You'll make so many new friends, and the experience is so amazing and very memorable. Amy is most proud of always being on the honor roll because her parents always want her to do good in school. She just wants to make them proud. Amy's future plans are to go to university and pursue a higher education degree to become either a nurse or a dentist. Amy would like to send a special shout out to Coach Heather. She's always been there for me no matter what and always has my back. She's always so supportive of me. I love you, Coach, and I'll definitely always stay in touch. Let's hear it for senior cheerleader Amy Bowie. Angelina is one of the main base cheerleaders and has been with the team for 2 years. Angelina's favorite motto, don't let people control your happiness. And her favorite Trapper athletics memory is the UCA camp this summer with the team. When not cheering, you can find Angelina taking a nap or snacking on her favorite snacks, sweet chili Doritos, or at her favorite fast food restaurant, Wingstop. Her message to the underclassmen, don't let high school be your greatest accomplishment. The thing that Angelina is most proud of is of herself for how much she's grown as a person throughout her high school career. Angelina's future plans are to attend college and pursue a degree in nursing to become a pediatric nurse. Her special shout out, she would like to thank her family for always providing her with unconditional love and support. Let's hear it for Angelina Alvarez. All right, our next senior cheerleader is Brianne Donovan. She is one of the flyers on the team, and she also participates in basketball and track at Fort, as well as being a member of ASB and BSU. She's been with the team for 4 years. Her favorite motto, don't stop working hard or the hard will start working you. Her favorite athletics memory is honestly just playing basketball with a class of 24 students. She misses them a lot because they made high school very enjoyable with their presence. When not cheering, you can find her at school helping out with clubs or in her bed. Her favorite snacks include Dynamites, Kiwi Strawberry Snapple, and Slim Jim, the perfect combo. And her favorite fast food is Wendy's. She would also like to send a shout out to Mr. Inslee. Her message for the underclassmen, if you need that break to get that mental health flowing again, do so. Mental health comes before sports or school. Get yourself together or you'll be a total train wreck. And please, do your work. If I could restart high school, I would. I regret not pushing myself and staying motivated. Brianne's future plans are college, pursuing basketball and cheer. She knows it'll be a lot, but she has 3 older sisters, and I'm the baby of the family. So my whole life I've relied on my sisters and my family. It kind of feels like she didn't get to fully experience being independent like she should have been doing. So that kind of sets me back. There's a lot I need to learn, but I know I have so much room to grow, so I'm going to keep going. Special shout outs for Brianne just to her friends and the cheer team. I've built connections I would have never thought would happen. I've gotten out of my comfort zone a huge amount, and I'm grateful I met amazing people that helped me do that. Let's hear it for Brianne Donovan. All right, our next Trapper senior is Aiden Tisnato. Aiden is one of the base members and has been with the cheerleading squad for the last 3 years. Her favorite motto, some people are going to hate you for no reason, and you're going to shine regardless. Her favorite athletics memory was cheering at the Bay versus Fort basketball games. When not cheering, you can find Aiden taking a nap. Her message to the underclassmen, don't let high school be your greatest accomplishment. Her favorite snack, sweet chili Doritos, and favorite fast food is Wingstop. Her future plans are to go to college to pursue a degree of nursing and child care to become a pediatric nurse. And she would like to thank her family for always providing her with unconditional love and support. Let's hear it for Aiden Tisnato. All right, our next Trapper Cheer senior is Guadalupe Valdivia. Guadalupe is one of the main base participants. She's also a member of T Club, MECHA, National Honor Society, and a student ambassador. She's been a member of the team for the last 4 years. Her favorite motto, you only live once. And when not trapping, you can find her hanging out with her friends or family. Her favorite memory is when they got stuck in an elevator during cheer camp. Favorite snacks for Guadalupe are Goldfish or Pringles, and she loves Dave's Hot Chicken. Her message for the underclassmen, don't be afraid to try something new because of what people will think about you. Regret is worse than failure. The accomplishment she's most proud of, having a good high school experience both socially and academically. At cheer camp, I made All-American, which had been a goal of mine since freshman year. During school, I passed all my classes with good grades, no matter how hard it was. Guadalupe's future plans, are to go into education and become a high school English teacher. Also, she is going to own a farm. Guadalupe would like to send a special shout out to her parents who supported me throughout my high school years in the best way that they could. Let's hear it for Guadalupe Valdivia. And our final senior cheerleader, Soraya Whitworth. Soraya is active in both ASD and DSU and has been with the Trapper cheer team for the last 2 years. Her favorite motto, in situations you can't control, always control your reaction, and good morning from Miss Brenda. Her favorite Trapper athletics memory are tryouts with Brianne Clark, and when not cheerleading, you can find her watching her baby brother or supporting other Trapper athletics. Soraya loves hot munchies chips for a snack and Chick-fil-A when she's going out for some fast food. Her message to the underclassmen, never give up on school because the teachers love you here. Soraya's future plans are to make whatever community she's a part of better. And the accomplishment she's most proud of was getting through UCA camp because it was very hard. Soraya would like to send a special shout out to Brianne, her cheer best friend, who always stuck beside me through the seasons when things got hard on the team. Let's give it up for Soraya Whitworth. All right, and those are our 6 Trapper senior cheerleaders. Let's give one last final round of applause to this amazing group of young ladies. Thank you, ladies, for all that you've brought to Fort Vancouver High School and to the Trapper cheer team. All right, just a reminder, you still got about 5 to 8 minutes to head on down to the concession stand if you need to get yourself something hot to drink, something good to eat before the second half kick. Those concession stands are behind the north end zone, and proceeds go to benefit the Fort Vancouver Booster Club.
Welcome back. There's currently 3 minutes left in halftime right now as Fort Vancouver continues to warm up. But here's the replay package from the first half presented by our wonderful students from VPS Game Time.
From our understanding, we have a couple from Fort. We also have a couple Skyview students and a Hudson's Bay student here tonight doing all of our wonderful camera work and replays and directing of the cameras. As we can see the Trappers warming up there.
As here is this replay package. So this was the first Wyatt Orth rushing touchdown. As then here is this fumble recovery for the touchdown. Wyatt Orth again. And then nothing like 1, 2, 3 touchdowns for Wyatt Orth. And then the play of the half, in my opinion. What a catch. One-handed. And what a block by number 8, Owen Langdon, for that touchdown. And then Wyatt Orth's 4th touchdown of the night. And that is all for our replay package as Castle Rock takes a 35-0 lead with about a minute left in overtime as Castle Rock is taking the field now.
Looks like as they are returning from the locker room as that halftime break is coming to a close end here with 53 seconds left. How do you think the second half is going to go here, Noah?
I think that Castle Rock's probably going to continue their performance. I do expect Castle Rock to probably start pulling some of their starters as time continues, especially if they get to that running clock situation, as they don't want to hurt anyone. I do think Fort can prevail from this a little and work hard and continue fighting and potentially get a couple touchdowns on the board. I think it's going to be mostly on Caleb's Hyde and Dennis Zayat's throwing and running that's really going to build up to that touchdown. But in my opinion, Castle Rock's dominating, and I think they're going to continue to dominate, as that's the final horn, as we are most likely getting started here, coming up shortly.
I will mention the coaches didn't really get a chance to talk to their players during halftime for Fort as they were doing their celebration for the cheerleading seniors as well.
Yes, that is a very big important in a high school football game because they bring the energy, they bring the passion to the crowd and the people around them, especially at the higher level high schools. So really big deal. So congrats on the accomplishments to them all.
But another thing that's also very important is coaches' input on what can be improved for this half and possibly pull a win out. That would be very useful. And so it seems like the coaches are taking this time now as they are getting ready to line up to do that quick deliberation with their awesome players.
As they have added an extra 3 minutes on, so there's about 2 minutes left in this halftime as Castle Rock huddles at their midfield spots. So time's ticking down in most of these seniors' final home game for Vancouver. The emotion's probably going to run high and maybe get emotional, but we will see how Fort responds in the second half.
Definitely to touch on that emotional piece, it definitely is a very emotional thing because you realize it's your last time playing at home with some of your best friends that you've played with for 4 years that you might not get the chance to see again after high school. It's definitely very emotional. It is also a very big accomplishment to make it through high school as a senior, to get through and pass every class that you have and to play a varsity player.
About a minute left here in this halftime. I'm looking for some more football. This is the last Fort Vancouver game on the VPS Game Time docket. The next game that we will be filming will be Halloween night between Hudson's Bay and Columbia River. And the following night, we will be doing the Skyview versus Camas game. Both those games will be at 7 p.m. Tune in. They're both really big rivalries for the 2A and the 4A GSHL leagues. And maybe the Skyview Camas game might have some playoff implications onto it because Skyview's only lost one 4A GSHL league game and Camas has lost none so far. So that's going to be a big game. And River has one win in the 2A GSHL league, and then Bay's still searching for their first win of that season as well. So we are getting ready for kickoff here to start the second half. I'm excited. Let's go. Number 9, John Soden will kick for the Castle Rock. And it looks like Dylan and Aiden are both going to be in the backfield returning this kick.
I almost wonder if Fort's going to switch it up with the sophomore QB of Blaine Toveldal, number 16, in place of the senior Caleb Hyde.
As number 17 dives on that ball. Ricky Bowie, the junior.
So the Trapper offense will come out to start the second half here. First and 10 for Vancouver, ball at their own 38-yard line.
As it looks like Caleb's still in the game with Dylan in the backfield. Ref signals play. Let's play. 11:59 to go. Caleb, the pass. It's going to be completion to Aiden. Aiden going to cut in, and it's going to be a 10-yard gain, but they're going to mark him down a yard short. They're not going to move the change just quite yet. It'll be 2nd and 1.
We'll mention something I just noticed on the sideline. Looks like number 18, Logan Dewis, has taken off his pads as an injury has happened. He appears to be limping around with some athletic tape around his knee.
Hyde hands it off to Dylan. Dylan fumbles the ball. And just if we thought it couldn't get any worse, it'll be Castle Rock ball with 11:20 left in the third. Another turnover. Turnover number 6 on the night. 2 fumbles and 4 interceptions.
It's definitely something Fort's not wanting to see. Their morale is probably down, but they need to keep their heads up and push through as best as they can.
As it looks like Rogan is still in the quarterback position. It'll be a handoff. He'll cut back inside. Number 81 will gain about 5 yards. Jacob Lafever. It'll be 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
Looks like it was Kevin Jackson, number 54 for Fort, is the one who got that tackle off. It appears he actually got under him for that one.
Rogan in the backfield, joined by number 3, Wyatt Orth. As it'll be a jet sweep. He'll cut back inside. Thatcher Heller gets a first down of about 16 yards.
It almost looks like Fort is trying to suplex their opponents here, as that was, again, Matthew DeJesus who got under him.
The ball will be placed at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10 with 10:20 to go here. Remember, 1 touchdown and this clock starts running on dead balls. Rogan. Hands off to Wyatt Orth. Orth breaks a tackle, breaks another one, and shoves another one. He'll go out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. Gain of about 8.
Again, Matthew DeJesus there killing him out.
Second and 2 here.
Seems like Matthew DeJesus has been a key defensive player for Trappers tonight, as we have said his name multiple times on multiple force outs for getting them out of bounds.
Hand off to Wyatt Orth. Orth gains about 5, and he'll get the first down. So move those chains to about the 14-yard line. 1st and 10.
Looks like it was RJ Antonio who got that tackle off.
Looks like Dylan Duenas is on the sideline, getting checked out by the athletic trainer. That's something to know. The pitch to number 81. Jacob Lafever. Lafever still going. Lafever to the 1. And that's where you will be stopped dead. Lafever. Gain of about 14. It'll be a first down.
Looks like Dylan is getting checked out for possible arm injury, seeing how his range of motion is.
As the handoff to number 81, Jacob Lafever. And it is a touchdown. A 3-yard run. As the scoreboard says 47-0, it is only 41. The kick is up. It is low, but it is good.
So now it's a score of 42-0 for the Trappers against Castle Rock tonight.
Uh, 42-0, Trappers are down. Let's see if they can get some offense going.
Thank you to our VPS Game Time workers for getting that corrected.
As it looks like Aiden Hyde and number 8, Javion Warren, will be the returners, as Dylan Duenas is still on the sideline. As of right now, he's sitting on a bench.
It is nice to see Javion finally get some playing time, as he hasn't touched the field all night.
As he'll take a couple steps back. Ready to kick. Number 9, John Soden.
It does appear that Dylan did get up and is on his own movements now and is doing just fine. He might be coming back in.
Javion Warren will get the catch to the 30. 35, still going to the 40, and that is where he will be brought down. So that is where the Trappers offense can start. Looks like,
as we can see, some congratulations there to Javion Warren as his first time touching the field this game, and he did do really well for the Trappers, getting them some good yardage.
Dennis Zeitz in the backfield. Hyde snaps the ball. Pressure. Down he goes. Loss of 7 on the play. It'll now be 2nd and 17.
All right, on first down, Trappers have got for about a 6-yard loss. I'll set up 2nd and 16 for Vancouver.
Hyde's certainly a tough one to take down. It took 2 people to try and get him down on that play there.
2nd and 16. Hyde snaps it, fakes the handoff to Dylan, rolls out, throws up, as it is incomplete. 3rd and 16 for the Trappers.
Makes you almost wonder who his target was there.
I think he was just trying to throw to get it away so he doesn't have to take the sack, so he's more of a manageable situation than a 3rd and like 27.
It is always possible.
Hyde snaps it. The forward lateral, it worked. 12.
That'd be Javier
Still
Bunnell.
going. Javier Bunnell gets a first down. What a designed play. What a flick by Caleb Hyde. And 4th Vancouver gets into Castle Rock territory with 6:22 left to play.
As we can see it again here.
What a run.
Looks like Caleb
As
wasn't
Hyde
even looking, as he had trust in him.
throws, and it is incomplete to number 14, Aiden Hyde. 2nd and 10. Trying to get down the field to score their first touchdown of the game.
You got to have a lot of faith in your teammate to be able to throw him a no-look pass. Make sure he gets it and make sure it actually works right. Takes a lot of faith in your teammates.
Aiden Hyde. Caleb's pass. Almost caught. Oh, my.
Looks like Caleb Hyde out there, or is that number 5? That would actually be Matthew De Jesus, who looks to be a little bit mad about that as he slammed the ground as he missed it.
He almost had it. So close to another first down. But now we sit at a 3rd and 10. 3 receivers lined up on the left side, 1 on the right. Dennis in the backfield with Caleb Hyde. Caleb Hyde. Snaps it. They get through. The throw is tipped and it's incomplete. Almost picked off. 4th and 10. 4:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Number 82. So close to an interception.
He almost looked a little sad that he didn't quite get it there.
As it looks like they will punt. Dennis Zayats out to punt. Number 8, Owen Langdon will receive the punt.
It's like Fort's own number 66, Johnny Grunberg, is coming onto the field.
As Trappers take their first time out of the half. .358 to play here in the 3rd quarter.
Let's see if Fort can keep it going. Fort's definitely going to have to start applying some more pressure on Castle Rock in order to get anything done here.
Langdon will still be the returner. With number 9, John Soden a little in front of him in case it does go short. Zayat ready to punt on this 4th and 10. Snaps a little high. Zayat is going to throw it to Dylan Duenas. And the trick play did not work, unfortunately. He will gain none on the play, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Castle Rock will take over at their own 45-yard line.
You got to give it to Fort there. They definitely were worth trying. Definitely don't keep them out for long, as they do have some tricks up their sleeve.
3:30 to play here. 42-0 Castle Rock. Rogan still in the game.
All right, number 9, John Soden on the carry. He's going to pick up about 6 yards to the 49-yard line of the Trappers. 2nd and 4 coming up for Castle Rock.
Looks like Trevor Rogan is no longer the quarterback. It'll be John Soden will take control of this Castle Rock offense, as it looks like they have benched Rogan for the rest of the night to save him in case he does get an injury.
Probably trying to preserve his arm for this next couple of games.
Soden hands it off. He has room to run. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, and shoved out by number 6. Number 24, Holden Stevens, with a massive carry.
Number 6, Shane Cortez, is the one who forced him out of bounds there.
as it is at the 7-yard line.
Number 6 has definitely been a name we have said a lot. Shane Cortez has definitely had a great defensive night, but his team has just not been able to pull through.
Soden. The flick to Dionisio. As Dionisio Guzman Cruz goes in for a 7-yard rush.
Once again, it appears we are having a graphic problem as it is 48 instead of 54 there.
The extra point, it's up.
And they got it.
It is good.
Making it 49-0 as we get close to the end of the third quarter here.
.42 seconds and counting as it is a running clock situation.
Fort's going to have to move quick to try and get out of the running clock. Castle Rock's probably going to try and take their sweet time to run that clock down so they can try and secure the victory.
As it looks like Blaine Tavidal is warming up on the sidelines, so I'm curious to if they will not start Caleb Hyde anymore and have Tavidal come in and replace him to preserve Hyde's energy for next week's game, as that is the end of the third quarter.
Definitely wouldn't be a bad idea, especially so we can get some of those other players in and see how they mix in with the varsity level. Especially seeing as he is a sophomore, he is going to be here for another 2 years with them.
As it looks like they're just going to start the fourth quarter right away. They all want to go home.
I don't blame them. It's been a long day for those refs.
First game was at 5. It's the same crew we had for that 5 o'clock game between Woodland and Bay.
Can't blame them. They're probably trying to get out of here before 10, and it's only 9:45. So they got to get this game moving.
Number 9, John Soden will kick. Soden's kick as number 6, Shane Corlez, just takes a knee at the 43-yard line, so
see what Fort's offense can do here as Dylan Duenas returns into the game.
as the clock is stopped, and now it will continue.
And it appears they did switch quarterbacks to the sophomore, number 16.
Blaine Tavidal. Tavidal will be alone in the backfield, but 22, Roman Pays, comes and joins him.
Let's see how these two mix. Hopefully he can get something going for him.
Tavidal rolls out. He's getting pressured, and down he goes. A 6-yard sack.
That is definitely something you don't want to see. He's got to keep his head high.
Brought down by Holden Stevens. Tavidal. Hikes it. Hands it off to Roman Pays. Pays gains a couple. Get back to the original line of scrimmage. Gain of 6. 3rd and 10 upcoming. Roman Pays, the sophomore, Have it all. Back with Roman Pays.
Those two so far seem to mix pretty well.
Another handoff to Pays. Pays cuts to the outside, breaks a tackle, down to the 49.
That time he was brought down by number 30.
It'll now be 4th and 2. Now a major decision for head coach William Ephraim on if he wants to go for it or send out the punt team.
Honestly, in this situation, if you're for it, I say you just go for it, see if you can get that first down.
And that's what they will be doing. Have it all.
Got to show some aggressiveness here in the game.
Snaps the ball, hands it off to Roman Pays. Pays tries to break a tackle. He will get stopped short of the line of scrimmage. And that'll be a turnover on downs. Castle Rock will take over at their own 49-yard line.
Fort's definitely got to try and show some aggressiveness here, even if it is in the end, towards the end of the game. They at least got to try and get out here with their heads held high because they were being aggressive.
Soden still at quarterback for the Castle Rock Rockets.
Dylan Duenas is definitely back in the game, possibly for good, as that arm injury that he was having, it appears to be not bugging him, allowing him to keep playing.
Soden will keep it himself. Rolls to the left side. Continues going. Past the first down mark, will gain about 14 to about the Trappers' 37-yard line.
Looks like it was Aiden Hyde who brought him down over there.
First and 10 at the Trappers' 39-yard line. 8 minutes to go here left in this game. Soden in the backfield by himself. Snaps the ball, will keep it himself again. Trappers getting in some pressure. The pocket collapses. And it looks like number 21, Jess Lorenzana, brings him down.
Number 60 was also a part of that, which would be Joss Rangel. Sorry.
Jose Rangel with the assist.
Thank you for the correction, Noah.
Anytime. Soden in the backfield. He'll keep it himself again. As he is stopped at a 4-yard gain. Number 33, RJ Antonio with the tackle.
RJ has been a definite name that we have said a lot. I hope he can continue to be a name that we keep saying a lot.
And
RJ has done very well.
Only a junior, so he still has 1 year left for this Fort Vancouver defense.
I wonder how he's going to be next year after that offseason and the preseason warming and definite training that he needs.
Six minutes left here, as I was just going to think to myself that there hasn't been many flags in this game, but
you can never think that in the games like these, Noah.
I was going to say there hasn't been a flag in a while. I think I jinxed it. Oh, well. 7 flags on the Trappers on the night. 3 on Castle Rock.
Most of them have been from false starts, from them being too jumpy.
Soden, the back pass, and Fort's all over it. Number 27.
22, actually.
Roman Pays It looks like a 7 all the way up here.
It's only fair. I correct you, you correct me.
But what a read by Roman Pays to get past the defensive.
It's definitely a great read. He's definitely going to be a benefit later on throughout the years.
As it is 4th down and about 14, so they're going to elect to go for it, because why not? John Soden in the backfield, ready to snap it. Soden rolls out to his left. He will keep it himself. RJ gets them in time. He'll bring him down at the initial line of scrimmage, gain of 4, and it'll be a turnover on downs, and the Trappers will get the ball at the 40-yard line.
RJ is definitely a defensive weapon for the Trappers. I wonder if he can possibly get turned into an offensive and defensive weapon for him.
Trappers have 4 minutes, 20 seconds to score. Let's see if it can happen. One last offensive push.
I wouldn't necessarily say last, as they do have the 4 minutes to go. They could possibly pull something out here.
As it looks like they are keeping Cavadal in the game with Roman Pays in the back. As you can see, number 79, NJ Churro, come running into the field.
Number 2, Kohler Green, getting some playing time today.
Cavadal keeps it himself. Number 50, which is not on my roster, comes in with the tackle. What a defensive play by him. 3:20 to go here. 2nd and 17.
Not going to lie to you here, no, it's me. That looked like number 90, Sam Smith, actually, instead of a 50.
They all look the same. Just so far. Cavadal back to snap. He's going to throw it, as that ball will be short for number 2, Kohler Green.
Just got to work on getting those throws up, and then he'll be a great QB for him later on, as he has definitely gotten some good movements.
3rd and 17 with 2:40 left to play here.
If you were the Fort coaches, what would you tell your current players to see how they can do here?
Get a touchdown. I don't know. Whatever happens in this game, you got to keep your head up. You're playing Columbia Whitehaven, and that throw is intercepted by number 10, Caleb Coaches. Caleb Coaches still on his feet, and will still on his feet, as he will go all the way down to the 4. Coaches, oh my.
That is definitely something you don't want to see if you are a Fort Vancouver Trapper.
As we are under 2 minutes to go here.
See if that defensive weapon in RJ can possibly bring us back into a Trapper possession.
John Soden tells them to play.
Someone we haven't said a lot tonight, Nick Freeman, number 25 for Fort Vancouver Trappers, over on the far end of the field. As a late addition of Matthew DeJesus coming in, number 5.
1:03 left to play here. Hands it off.
It goes up the middle. Short gain, about a yard. That carry will bring up
A 1-yard gain.
Looks like it was stopped by Dylan Dwinas.
Well, the senior night's coming to an end. .33 seconds to go here. Castle Rock going to get one last play in. Soden will just take the knee, and that'll do it. 20 seconds to go here. Castle Rock took down Fort Vancouver 49-0. Castle Rock, a dominant offensive performance. Trappers have a lot to improve in this upcoming week to try and take down Columbia White Salmon next week at Columbia White Salmon. That will be an interesting game. I'm excited to see the outcome for that. But focusing on this game, Wyatt Orth, 4 touchdowns. John Soden had a 49-yard pick six, which I think is play of the game. Jacob Lafever, a 3-yard rush. Dionisio Guzman had a 9-yard rush as well for a 49-0 game. Do we have a replay package?
If you had anything to say to the outcoming seniors from Fort, what would you tell them?
Keep your head up. You still got 2 games left in your season. 2 games to get that win. It'll be difficult not having that.
Here is that replay package that we were talking about here.
Here's that pitch to Jacob Lafever, that 3-yard rush to make it 42-0. Then that Dionisio Guzman 9-yard rush. And that'll do it. As I was saying, you still got 2 games left. Yes, this is your last home game as the football season. But you still have multiple months with your friends at your school. I do think the spring sports season seniors are more emotional than this, but
it's definitely for sure a fact.
Yes.
They definitely get more emotional because it is that time to say goodbye to all your friends, because as soon as the season ends, about a month later, maybe even less, they actually graduate. So they don't get a whole lot of time left with their friends and their teammates.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, Castle Rock takes down Fort Vancouver 49-0. I'm signing off for now. I'm Noah Roper.
And I'm Jonathan Oxford, and we will see you all next time.